Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Jonathan Dent. Plenty of clouds out there. Temperatures running quite a bit above average for this time of the year. Overnight low. I mean, when you came in here, Jonathan, it was balmy.
Yeah, I was surprised. I left here at 1 a.m. this morning for the election coverage, and I walked outside. I had my sweatshirt on, my jacket on. I'm like, I don't need this. I had the heat on in the car. I turned that off right away. I was surprised.
Yeah, and really the temperature hasn't moved all that much since then. We had a front go through. I call it a cold front, but it really wasn't. Kind of a wind shift line is all it was. Moved through the state. And for a lot of folks down on the Gulf Coast, this is very good news because that frontal system moved far enough to the east and south. The tail end of it is over Alabama and Georgia and Mississippi. And there's a tropical storm, Raphael, that's in the Gulf right now over western Cuba. And that low is not going to track to the north at all over the next few days. It's just going to kind of drift out in the Gulf and then eventually head toward the Texas coast. And then it appears as though here in about 2-3 days, it's just going to be a low pressure system. So it's good news for them. Thermometer, what do you have right now?
Right now out at the airport, we're looking at cloudy skies, 58 degrees. Downtown Midland is looking at 58 degrees. Here at Radio Center, 59 degrees. Downtown Bay City is also at 59. We've got winds out of the west at 15 miles per hour, and that relative humidity, 75% right now.
Yeah, it's humid. Northwest wind later on this afternoon, more after sunset tonight, but it'll only be about 5-10 miles per hour. Our temperature is going to drop because of that northwest wind and the passage of that front. Eventually, we're going to lose the clouds, and that's going to help that temperature drop even more. But still, we should be at 35 for this time of the year. We're looking for a low tonight of 40 with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, sunshine, 58 with a low of 36. Then on Friday, more in the way of sun, 59 for a high, 35 for a low. Moving into the weekend, Saturday, sunshine, 58 for a high. But a low pressure system over Kansas late Friday night, early Saturday morning is going to track in a northeasterly direction, and eventually it is going to affect our weather late Saturday night, more than likely early Sunday morning, but the chances of precipitation after midnight will increase rather dramatically after a high of 58 on Saturday, 46 for a low on Saturday night. Again, we should be at 35. Then on Saturday, or I should say on Sunday, we're going to be looking at a gloomy day, pretty much clouds, spotty shower activity around middle 60s for a high, middle 40s for a low. But then moving into the work week next week, once again, we're going to be looking at partly cloudy skies. But all the way through this period, Jonathan, I'm looking at above, if not much above normal temperatures and above average as far as the moisture goes.
I was driving down the road here on Tittabawassee last night and this morning, and I saw snowflakes decorations up and Christmas tree decorations up. I was thinking, we're not going to see snow for a while here.
Give it till the 18th.
Really?
The 18th or the 18th, 19th, 20th. Right
that soon?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That surprises me. I'm going to hold you to that.
Mark that down. I say that for all the snowblower dealers out there right now. They do need a little bit of help, if you know what I mean. Record high in the state is 73. That was set back in 1924 and tied in 1975. The record low is 14, set in 1951. The coldest ever, 6th of November, was in 1951. 32 was our high, 14 was our low. The warmest ever, 1924, 100 years ago. 73 was our high, 59 was our low. Sunset, 7:20, sunrise tomorrow morning, or I should say 5:20 sunset, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:20. So very mild conditions going to continue at least through the end of next week. We'll be in Kansas City next week talking about a lot of things, and in particular, what happened on the election I know a lot of comments about the farm bill, which is very important. We've been working with a farm bill for way too long. It needs to be updated. So that's going to be a topic of conversation. And out there next week in Kansas City, even though I won't be able to enjoy it, it'll be 76 degrees.
Whew.
About 2 or 3 days out there.
When I was out there with you, it was negative 13. What's going on?
More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Stay standing by, Jonathan. Who do we have?
We're going to be talking with Cody Harris for our midweek market report. Then we'll head over to Oppenheimer, check in with Doug Klein. All of that's ahead. But first, the weather report today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Krizak's House Family Restaurant. Thanksgiving buffet, mark it down. It's going to be a great one. I can go down through the menu, but there's no need to do that. When you call for reservations, just ask them what's on the menu. You'll be happy you did. 989-894-5531. They still do have some chairs available for you. So mark it down. Give them a call today. The big Thanksgiving buffet going on at Krizak's House Family Restaurant, corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's south side.
Hold on. Well, Matt Fallon a couple hours ago corrected that. It should be South End.
Oh,
that's from a native Bay Cityan.
South End.
South End. That's what he says, but that's not what Krizak says.
Nope.
So gonna have to iron that out.
Well, at least we didn't say north.
Yeah.
That would really mess things up. Cody Harris, good morning. How are you?
Doing well, guys. How you doing today?
Well, New York markets, we're doing pretty good. What's Chicago doing?
Yeah, we've kind of seen a little bit of a roller coaster here this morning. I know kind of after the election yesterday, I had those, like you were saying, those equity markets kind of surging, but along with the U.S. dollar, and that really put some pressure on the markets as we opened here this morning. But it looks like we've rebounded and kind of kicked that, at least in the corn and wheat arena. They've kind of fought their way back to being positive in numbers. So we got a little bit of a mixed bag across the board for everything here today.
So on the board, what do you have, Cody?
Oh, right now we have cash wheat. That's up 2 at the moment. 560 on the white, 485 on the red. New crop 2025 wheat, I'll call it unchanged at the moment. 608 on the white, 523 on the red. And looking over at cash and new crop corn, that's up 5 at 349. And cash and new crop soybeans, I'm going to call it unchanged at the moment at 903.
All right, let's work her up a little bit, okay?
Oh, that's the game plan. I'll do my best.
All right, Cody, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer now, Jonathan?
We'll talk with Doug. The market report today brought to you by Thumb Bank and Trust, making agricultural loans since 1895. Farming today continues to offer challenges that are very demanding, and Thumb Bank and Trust helps you stay up to date on industry trends and the trends of your operation. Thumb Bank and Trust, serving you with locations throughout the Thumb and in the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank and Trust, where relationships are built on trust. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC. Doug Klein, good morning.
Good morning.
Boy, it's got to be a wild day in Chicago.
There's a lot going on today. Big time, man. Stock markets hit all-time highs today. Up 3% on the Dow, 2% on the S&P, and 2.25% on the NASDAQ. Bonds are getting slaughtered today. Interest rates are going up, not down. The dollar is higher today a lot, 105.13. That's big time. Precious metals getting smashed down today. Gold's down $72. They're really getting hammered. Bitcoin is way up today, so that's the new thing that apparently Trump's followers think is the way to avoid. I don't know what. I don't know. Avoid something. But crude oil was down $2.25 this morning, and now is down a dime. So that's come way back. I don't know. Saudi Crown Prince congratulated Trump on a phone call, so maybe that had something to do with it. Caterpillar's up $32 today, so they're at a new high. And it might be something to do with the pipelines that all got canceled 4 years ago, and now maybe right back in play. So natural gas is the only one that's really surging up today. Again, that's a thing that Biden hated for 4 years now. Anything to do with natural gas, you can't have a natural gas stove and all that stuff. So they're up almost 2% today. So that's going on. Utilities not so hot today. They're kind of a bond surrogate, and real estate not very hot today. The home builders getting hit pretty hard. Also, just real estate in general getting hit. Anything in solar is getting pounded today. Nextera Partners, remember I talked about that one. That hit a new low today. Of course, they're everything to do with windmills and solar, and so that's no good. Anything in electric cars is getting pounded down today. Everything to do with charging stations, electric cars, lithium batteries, the whole 9 yards, all getting beat to death today, except for Tesla, because he's got the president's ear at this point after January 6th, apparently. So that's all going on today. So here's your numbers. December corn, 423 3/4, up 5 1/4. March corn, 437, up a nickel. January soybeans, 10.02, up 1/4 of a penny. March soybeans, 10.12 1/2, down 2 1/4. December wheat, 574, up 1 1/2. And March wheat is 591 3/4, up 3/4 of a penny. The crude oil is 71.98, down a penny. Heating oil is 228.94, down 1 1/2 cents. Gasoline 204.19, down 2.7 cents. Natural gas is 2.99, that's up 5 1/2 cents. New low on the Canadian dollar, 2-year low. So the U.S. dollar buys $1.3927 Canadian, that's up 104 ticks. Again, for the yen, the dollar buys 154.48 yen. That's up 288 ticks. The euro down pretty heavy on 107.31, down 200 ticks. And the dollar's at 105.12, up 170 ticks. So huge moves in currencies. Gold's at 26.78.10, down 71.60 an ounce. Silver's 31.27, down $1.50. Platinum's 9.90, down 13.10 an ounce. And copper's at 426.80, down 21 cents.
This is going to be real interesting for the next few days, just to see how these markets perform.
Just wild.
Yeah.
Just wild.
Just all over the place. Doug, you take care. Have a good one.
Yep,
all right.
You too.
Doug Klein at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Legendary Tree Care. If you need some trimming or tree removal, they can do it for you because no job is too big or too small. They are fully licensed and insured, and they specialize in those big projects. LegendaryTreeCare.com. That's how you can get a hold of them or like them on Facebook. Farm Service also brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made really easy. You want that tractor to look sharp. You want it to work for you. Well, they understand that your life and job both stop if that tractor stops running. So give them a call and take care of business. 800-234-3280 or go to steinertractor.com. Jonathan, who's coming up next?
We're going to take a quick break. Then we'll be talking with Jerry Samolsky from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center.
Like you, we never settle. There's more sugar, in fact, better sugar in every seed we sow. For more than a century, we put innovation to work in the service of growers who plant Crystal brand sugar beet seed. With varieties developed especially for your growing area, you can be confident your success is always our top priority. This season, and for seasons to come, choose a seed partner who shares your priorities.
The beauty of a family farm is that everyone pitches in to get things done. There is nothing like the smell of a sugar beet field during harvest or a meal served off the tailgate of a pickup. This is Peter Maxwell, your ACH Seeds representative, with a friendly reminder to keep safety a top priority this season. Please encourage your crews to be cautious with field work and drive safely as they deliver this crop. You've built an impressive legacy, one that is certainly worth protecting. Thanks again for your continued business.
88 Seeds, growing with you.
We could try to explain what it feels like to get your work done on a John Deere. The way a Z-Track mower finishes in half the time you thought it would. How easily soil gets moved with a 1 Series tractor. Or how it feels to tow up to 4,000 pounds behind a Gator XUV. But if you really want to know what it's like to run with us, you just have to get in the seat.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
If you're looking for a place where you can get complete parts and service for light, medium, heavy-duty trucks and trailers, as well as buses and recreational vehicles, Michigan Truck Spring is where it's at. Quality parts and service at very competitive prices for well over 45 years. 800-358-4751 or buy online at truckspring.com. And don't forget, they're open weekdays, Monday through Friday, till 11 p.m. Jonathan, Jerry Samolsky joining us right now?
Yes, indeed. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Jonathan. We're with Bay Landscaping, by the way.
There you
What
go.
did I say?
You're good, Jonathan. You were a little hesitant, and we all have those moments. Us older guys, huh, Terry? We have that a little more often.
That's why I let him do the talking, but he's been here since about 3 o'clock, so I'm cutting him some slack, okay?
Sorry, Jonathan. I'll cut you some slack, too.
Appreciate it.
But talking about cutting, hey, we're having a pruning seminar at the community center in Bay City, 11 o'clock Saturday. And we're going to talk about the art and science of trimming trees and shrubs. So it's a really easy concept to understand, but somebody's just got to take the time it takes to explain it to you so you know how to trim a little bit more appropriately and have better health and care of your plants. So it's at 800 John F. Kennedy Drive in Bay City at the community center. And that's in kind of Vets Park. And from 11 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, till about 1, we're going to go outside, actually make some cuts and do some things and look at some things and help you understand what to do. So now it's a great time. We can see the leaves are mostly down. We can see what we have to do and we can get at it.
Hey, there you go. Jerry, thank you so much. And again, let's talk about that tomorrow too, because that's a pretty good seminar to put on.
It's free too.
Oh, that makes it even better.
There we go.
More free stuff. Jerry, thanks a lot. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Coming up next, Jonathan, who do we have?
We'll be talking with Joe Kramer from the Michigan Bean Commission after this.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning out the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
Friday, bonus pricing has been extended at Rifkin Steel.
How can you be sure that you're getting the full potential of your sugar beets? By planting a seed backed by over 50 years of breeding expertise. Hi, Brian Grew here, your local Beta Seed sales manager. At Beta Seed, our breeders research and test thousands of hybrids to find the one with the best traits to drive higher sugar content and better yields while also standing up to diseases and pests on your farm. That's what we call next-gen breeding for next-gen confidence. Want to learn more? Give me a call or visit betaseed.com.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. You know, they've got a good supply of dairyland varieties all across the board, including the all-new Vorseed and PowerCore Enlist traded corn hybrids. Justin Varner's the guy to talk to at Freeland Bean and Grain, where Dairyland Seed, they've got seed with your name on it. Along with us right now, Jonathan?
We've got Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. Joe, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning. Well, with the election past us now we can begin to wonder what's going to happen with some of these trade deals.
Well, that's exactly right. And spent most of the morning working on that. I don't, obviously it's really early to know where we're at, but I think the majority of agriculture was supportive of President Trump, but in the back of their mind, they're also on the short term a little nervous about some tariff type issues. Long term, I think they believe in it and see the benefits, but short term pain, long term gain, I guess. I think Alyssa Slotkin's going to be our next senator. I think that's pretty much a done deal, and we can certainly work with all the elected officials. So, yeah, moving forward.
Sounds like our work is cut out for us, Joe.
It is, Terry. We got a lot of things to sort of put back in order. It feels like, but it's a great time to be in the bean business. Bean consumption is growing. The application for beans in so many different diets is there. So we just need to be able to take advantage of it all.
Let's talk more next week. All righty.
Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. Ed Benkert on the line with us right now from Nutrien, Jonathan.
Yes, indeed. Ed, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What should we be looking at right now, Ed?
Well, yesterday I traveled throughout the west side of the state, Terry, and there's really not much left out in the field, as everybody knows. So it's time to really start thinking about 25 and whether it's fertility, agronomy, crop protection, or in my case, seed. Seed is my focus, and just focusing on varieties that not only worked this year, but have worked, in 23 and in some cases 22. A lot of high yields this year, and I'm crunching some data right now to present to the team tomorrow. And a lot of the same products that have performed well in 22, 23 are doing really well this year. So don't just focus on one high yielding plot or one side by side. Try to take a big picture view. And really try to just take a look at your operation from a risk management standpoint and work with your crop consultants that we've got available to help you make those good decisions.
Good suggestions. Ed, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Yeah, you too, Terry. Thank you.
Will do. Ed Benkert with Nutrien. On the line with us right now, Jonathan?
We say good morning to Chuck Cervinsky with Maple Hill Nursery. Chuck, how we doing?
Hey, pretty good. A little gloomy out today, but the temperature's still pretty decent.
Yeah, and you've got a sale going on here, year-end sale.
Yeah, year-end sale on outdoor patio furniture. All of our floor models that are on the floor are on sale. Alfresco Home is all 50% off, and then we've also added the Polywood outdoor furniture into the mix, and that's all 30% off on all of our floor models. It won't be long before new stuff will be coming in, and we'd like to turn a few of our floor models and pass along some savings as well.
And your location? Give us your address, Chuck.
We are at 2672 North Eastman Road in Midland, about a mile and 3/4 past the Midland Mall on the right-hand side, just past Monroe Road.
All righty. You have a great one, Chuck.
We'll talk to you Friday.
Talk to you Friday. We'll be right back.
Soil prep for next year begins as soon as the harvest is over. Don't miss out on nutrients you can return to your soil. Applying a Dairy Dew compost blend accelerates the conversion of crop stubble into next year's plant food. That remaining plant material is full of nutrients you want to return to the soil. Dairy Dew blends from Morgan Composting, like K2, Gypsum Plus, and Layer Ash Blend with Gypsum, helps with decomposition, releasing those nutrients for next year's crops while also adding good biology and other missing nutrients to your soil. Like a lot of things right now, supplies are limited, so contact Morgan Composting to place your order for fall and lock in your price now. Crops don't wait. The seasons don't wait. You shouldn't wait. Address soil health now for better yields next year. Not sure which is the best Dairy Dew compost blend for your fields? Contact a soil health expert at Morgan Composting for a consultation and soil testing. Call today or visit dairydew.com to learn more.
Hope. It's a hard thing to hold on to in the face of adversity. But if you really want it, put your boots back on, keep moving forward. Accept the late nights and early mornings. Push through the rain, the droughts, and prove to the world that you have what it takes. At Beck's, we're farmers too. We know what a selfless and difficult job it is. It takes heart to be a farmer. So the next time you feel defeated, don't forget, grit and determination got you here, and your faith will keep you going. You were made for this.
We now conclude our program with a playing of our national anthem brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coins in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studio.